Welcome to Centered Presents The Future of Health. Join me, Christina Walecka, along with Dr. Molly Brown, as we dive deep into the world of brain-based wellness.
In each episode, we will explore cutting-edge insights and practical techniques that empower you to achieve optimal health and super high-energy living.
Tune in and start your journey toward a healthier, more vibrant you. Welcome to today's episode of Centered Presents The Future of Health. I'm Christina Walecka.
And I'm Molly Brown.
And on today's episode, we are going to be talking about solution-based care. So when I say that to you, Molly, what does that mean?
Solution-based care is something we are very proud to achieve in our clinic because a lot of times we see people who've come in and they've gone through decades even of trying to find results for their health challenges. And they've been very dedicated. They've followed protocols to a T. They've done supplements. They've done sound healings. They've done anything you could think of. And the result of feeling good has eluded them. And so what we pride ourselves on with a solution-based care is being efficient with the result where people just want to feel They want to feel good. They want to be an active member of society. They want to be participating in their life and with their family and friends. You can only really do that if you feel good inside yourself and you feel inspired and your energy is high each and every day. So that is what we like to offer people at the clinic.
Yeah, I think people get really comfortable with the feeling of managing, so they don't know what their best potential is. They don't actually know what that feels like, or they get so wrapped up in a system of Band-Aids that they don't necessarily know what else to do because they don't have those resources or know what else is available.
Right. And it's just that if we change the nervous system and we change the brain, then the body can heal however it needs to heal. But we can't just treat people with bombarding them with supplements or bombarding them with something their system can't assimilate, right? So it almost can worsen the conditions if we're doing endless detoxes or endless supplements or endless whatever it may be, right? So our job is to bring everything together, having a focus on the nervous system and the brain, and allow for a more efficient healing than would otherwise occur.
So when you're thinking about balancing the brain, are there any cases that come to mind that can help kind of describe this to our audience?
Yeah, a lot of people that come in, they have had maybe an incredible stress or loss in their life or trauma. And those are the types of cases that lead into long-term immune issues.
Okay.
And so I love working with autoimmune because it's kind of a chronic and complicated condition that's hard to resolve, right? So I love working with autoimmune cases, and our approach is that we analyze the state of the brain and the nervous system, and then we prioritize which condition needs to be worked with, right? Maybe it's Lyme, for instance. We do look at blood work, but we don't look at blood work and find 10 different infections and attack all 10 different infections at once, because a lot of times the person gets more sick then, and their body can't handle that. So we like to have an efficient approach where we prioritize whatever condition it is. Maybe it's trauma. Maybe it is one infection, but we prioritize that in a way that keeps the body balanced and the nervous system balanced and allows the body also to heal at the same time. And so a lot of times we'll get a result quickly within a couple months, full-term resolution of everything that goes along with autoimmune or with trauma cases or injuries. We like to speed up the result, whatever we get, by activating the muscles, regenerating the tissue. Like we have equipment that accelerates healing of bone or soft tissue tear post-surgery. But at the same time, we can activate the muscles, improve the lymph flow, improve the circulation, and achieve the result. The result is that we want a healthy, whole, functioning person at the end.
I think what's really cool too about some of this work, if you look at AMID, if you look at QNRT, the body tells us what to prioritize. Like it instructs us where to go first, again, versus attacking everything that's going on that's wrong at once.
Right.
Your body and your brain are guiding us. Like, where do we start? And let's peel back the layers.
Yeah, it's different than having someone come in and just going after everything. And a lot of times those are the people that are in our clinic after working with maybe 10 or 20 different people, and they've just been on a declining path of health. And so I feel like we can come in those difficult chronic cases and offer a quick result by prioritizing what system needs to be worked on first.
I think it's really tough too, because when you're suffering from a rash or you have a neck pain and then you also have emotional struggles, you're not really connecting the dots. You're kind of like, oh my God, I'm suffering from all these different things. And you go to a bunch of different doctors or specialists in those areas. And what no one's saying is maybe all of these kind of coincide with one another.
Exactly. That's a really good point. That's what people do. They go to a different person for every single symptom they have.
It's a lot of time and a lot of
time, a lot of money, and they're not they're not connecting with each other. So we find in solution-based care and brain-based wellness that we can actually, the priority issue will heal everything all at once. And so that's the difference with our work, is that we're not chasing after 20 different symptoms. We are finding the underlying cause of all of them. And so it's a really good point. And it allows for a facilitated result. It allows for an efficient result. And, the goal is that as soon as we get a person functioning and their immune system functioning, the body can heal itself.
Mm-hmm. I do think it's funny because people come in and they're addressing one issue, and then things do unravel a little bit. Like our brain is so incredible because it protects us as much as it can. So if you have a stored trauma and you sometimes can block it out entirely, or again, you're dealing with a shoulder pain, but really the issue is in the hip, things do unravel a little bit, but eventually we discover all of it and you can just move on, and now nothing's really going to be holding you back.
Exactly. Once you overcome the things that are really holding you back and where people are stuck, then you can self-correct. You can have a healthy functioning immune system. You don't get stuck and put to a standstill. And that's where a lot of the people that have suffered from trauma or crippling anxiety or depression or autoimmune conditions, that a lot of times they're just stuck and they can't move forward, and everything seems to make them worse. And that's where we can come in with brain-based wellness and really unlock the key to having a healthy functioning system.
So autoimmune seems to be a bigger and bigger issue in the world today, unfortunately. Why do you think that is?
I think that it's just unprecedented toxicity, and there's a lot of different kinds of toxicity. There's the chemicals in the food, but there's also the EMF toxicity and the radiation. And there's also a lack of mineralization in the soil, that, our food isn't even a tenth of the nutritional value as it was maybe 50 years ago. And so we're just not getting the proper ingredients that we can thrive as human beings. We're inundated from all aspects, and it's hard. You have to be almost a warrior today, I feel like, just to eat healthy food and not do things that will make you feel worse. I feel like you have to be very vigilant now, and hopefully it's changing, but I feel that you have to be very protective of yourself, what you eat, how you live your life, the people you surround yourself by, and because all of that is contributing to either health or lack of health.
It's unfortunate because with the autoimmune cases, you get diagnosed with this, and rarely are we hearing about success stories or people overcoming. You get the diagnosis of an autoimmune case and you're like, well, I guess I'm going to be managing for the rest of my life. And part of the reason I love you and your confidence is that's one of your favorite types of cases to work on.
Yeah, I do. I love working with autoimmune.
Can you speak to that a little bit? Why you?
Because I have gone through so many different immune challenges and injuries, and I've been at the time where I've been exhausted, and I might look healthy, but I'm non-functioning, and it's a miserable way to conduct your existence. Totally miserable. And so you can't interact positively with people, and you can't give to anyone, right? You're just really struggling to get by on a day-to-day basis. And so when you overcome that, you realize what a gift it is to simply be healthy and high energy. It's a gift that you would never want to compromise ever. And when you really have overcome those types of health challenges, you would never want to go back to that. So I love offering that to people who come in and they're so discouraged. They're so discouraged. They feel like they can't even, offer anything to themselves, to their family, to the world. And when you overcome that, I think it is the greatest gift for me to be able to help people like that is the greatest gift, because then you have a whole ecosystem of healthy, happy people that are operating and functioning to their full potential.
Yeah, autoimmune or not, I think a lot of people, unfortunately, in today's day and age, feel that way. And once you feel your best, you don't want to look back. And you're like, I just need to keep getting there. Mm-hmm. And I always think taking care of yourself, and again, it's the maintenance, which everyone has to do. But once you feel your best, you're never going to go back because you won't let it happen.
I mean, I spend a good portion of each day, doing things that contribute to my energy, exercise, being outside. I am very regular with the infrared and the PMF and the NanoV and the Live O2 and the Vasper, and I get regular tune-ups with Dr. Bueller and Dr. Turner, and I'm the maintenance that it requires a lot of time, right? I eat healthy. I love always doing things that help me feel better and better, as opposed to the opposite.
Yeah. I think your version of feeling your best might topple over a bunch of other people. But again, with the solution-based care, you do get people feeling their best in the circumstances that they're given or whatever they're dealing with. You get them to the level where they can feel their best, where they can take advantage of the opportunities or the things around them that can have them living an inspired, full,
just happy, right?
Happy,
high energy
is underrated.
Well, and I think one of our guests pointed out when we had Meryl on, and she said, sometimes people look at you and they're like, why do you look happy, right? It's like, we should all feel like that. We should all provide that for other people. We should all be able to be warm and welcoming and, be able to handle struggles in a reasonable amount of time. And, that is, who would not want that, right? If you could have the chance to feel good each day, to me, I would never not want that for myself now.
No, I just don't think people know where to start, unfortunately.
Yeah, or maybe they take it for granted. But once you've gone through a significant health challenge, you never again take it for granted. You never take it for granted being pain-free. You never take it for granted having energy. And so, that's the gift of life, is a healthy body, right? Healthy mind.
And I know in my work, it's always great making people feel good, but the amount of miracles you see happen every day, and people, when I'm at the clinic as well, and we see people walk out skipping when they were coming in, gray and dull, or just, it's such a gift to give people that sense of life. And again, in your clinic, it happens over and over and over again.
Yeah, and in a relatively short time.
Yeah.
We were with someone the other day who said he spent $125,000 in 6 weeks for a result that may have only taken us 2 to 3 weeks and a tenth of the cost, right? And so that is what we call solution-based care, where we're getting to the root of the problem. We're working to be the most efficient we can be for the person. And so then we can have them go on their way, and then we work with other people.
Yeah, people leave. We don't ideally want you coming back, but again, life happens. Tune-ups,
I wouldn't say
we love to see. Yeah, we
always are providing continuing care,
but we want to get you in a state where you can go and live your life and fly away.
Please don't come back.
We love to we love to see new clients and turn over. And if we're seeing the same clients all the time,
we do provide basic ongoing support.
Yes. But the goal is, again, solution to get you out, to get you living. You can come back for a tune-up, but we just want to see you having fun and not worrying on a day-to-day or week-to-week or month-to-month how to maintain that sense of self.
Yes.
Well, that is solution-based care.
Centered around brain-based wellness.
Brain-based wellness.
Just makes it for an efficient, effective result.
People feeling their best. There's nothing better. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Centered Presents The Future of Health. If you're interested in learning more, please visit us at drmollybrown.com or email us at media@drmollybrown.com.